There seems to be no let-up in the flow of people into the city of Baidoa in southwest Somalia. They've been displaced by drought and most are hungry and desperate. The few medical facilities run by agencies are full of sick and malnourished children. Like most people here, NUURTA and MAALIN had to walk more than 10 kilometers to get help for her sick child.
My son is a year old and has been sick for 2 months. I had to bring him here for help. I have no intention of returning to our village till he's fully recovered.
On the outskirts of the city, we meet more displaced people who've just arrived. During droughts in the past, many left it too late before moving to seek help, but that seems to have changed. The massive movement of people to the cities has seen a huge rise in the number of camps for the displaced. In Baidoa in 2016, there were just 70 such camps. Today, there are 435 of them with a population of more than 360,000 people. That is more than the original inhabitants of the city. Aid workers say the world has failed to respond adequately and they need more donations.
The numbers of those in need keep growing by day and far outstrip the resources we have. The donors are trying their best, but we never seem to be able to catch up with the growing number of displaced.
The United Nations Emergency Aid Coordinator has been visiting Baidoa. He says people here need much more than food aid.
Peace and development are always the solution. Ideally, people would have a chance to go home and rebuild their lives. It's not always possible. So then there's a question often of land and access to services and support where they've come to. And that means there's a need for a supportive discussion from the local authorities.
Some of the displaced told us they've also fled the violence of Al-Shabaab fighters who are also forcing children to join the group. This crisis is happening as communities are already struggling to recover from a 2-year-long drought that ended in 2017. Nomadic pastoralism has been a way of life for millions of Somalis for centuries, but the droughts are threatening that. Many of the displaced say they now have no farms or herds to go back to, and it's unlikely many of them will ever return. Mohammed, Adow, Jazeera, Baidoa in southwest Somalia.